Good afternoon and welcome to another special episode of Nutmeg Sports on the HAN Network. We are live at Trumbull High School getting set for the Babe Ruth New England Regional Championship game featuring the hometown Trumbull Eagles and Hingham Hull of Western Massachusetts. Frank Granito alongside my partner Kevin Coleman. We've got the two best teams remaining in the tournament. Only fitting they're going to play for the title and a spot in the World Series, Kevin.
You're right, Frank. It's only fitting these two teams have made it to the final stop here in the New England Regional Tournament. It's been a blast watching these two teams play. You look at Trumbull, absolute domination on the mound yesterday, and for Hingham Hull, Eastern Mass, a great comeback after being down throughout the game, at least to Pittsfield. Pittsfield played great, I thought, through the first 5 innings. Bullpen kind of collapsed a little bit, and that's where you saw the hitters really come out for Hingham. That middle of the lineup really did a great job. You look at Luke Linehan right there in the 3rd spot. He's my key to the game for Hingham, and for Trumbull, it's Jackson Vicente. I think the two of them are going to be the two guys to look out for with these two teams.
Hingham has got plenty of options to go with that pitcher. They're going to start with Joe Sylvester, who we saw come on for the save. Andrew Harvey, who pitched brilliantly for Trumbull, is unavailable. They are going to go with Sam West, who was warming up yesterday should Harvey have crossed the 95 plateau. But you're right. I think the story of the semifinals, Kevin, was pitching and defense, low-scoring games to compare to what we saw earlier in the tournament. Let's start with Trumbull's 4-2 win over Keene, New Hampshire. Keene got on the board first. It was 1-0 at the end of the top of the first, but 4 runs in the bottom half of the inning would be all that Andrew Harvey needed to hold on for the win.
Well, Andrew Harvey ran into a little trouble there in the top of the first, but really settled down throughout the game, pitched an absolute gem, a wonderful performance. And you're right, I think talking to Coach Mike Buswell, we asked him, who are you going to throw? And he said, I got to throw my ace. And I couldn't agree more with him. You have to throw your ace to get into the championship game, because then now you can rely on some other guys as well who have really helped you get here. So I love the call of bringing in Harvey yesterday. He pitched great.
Harvey and Ray Leonzi are the only 2 players ineligible to pitch today due to the days of rest ruling in the tournament. They go with Sam West. In the late game yesterday, Kevin, you were right. Hingham was behind all the way through the top half of the 5th. It looked as though Pittsfield was going to win the second round battle between the two teams from Massachusetts, but the bottom of the order gets things started with a walk. Then you've got just a little slow roller by Brady Cashman, literally down the 3rd baseline, and the top of the order came around and they picked up where they had left off all tournament long.
Now, I thought that was a great way to end yesterday. A great comeback win for Hingham Hull, and you got to give Pittsfield a lot of credit. They came out and really put the pressure on Hingham Hull. You look at that lineup, I was so amazed at what they did defensively, what they did at the bat, really working pitches. I thought they played great. It's unfortunate they had to go home. One team had to advance. It was the better team, I thought, in Hingham Hull. They came out, did a great job of coming back, showing that resiliency. It was, again, just a great way to wrap up the semifinals yesterday.
We're going to have more on that game shortly, but let's get back to Keene and Trumbull. The 4-2 win, and we talked about Trumbull scoring all 4 of their runs in the first inning. Both these teams have scored 27 runs in the tournament. They've also been some of the better defensive teams, and I thought it was the defense by Trumbull yesterday that really allowed them the opportunity to be successful down the stretch after the bats went quiet. Jack Allen at second base, so good. We were just speaking with his father off the air, and he was shocked at how many putouts the young man had.
He did. There was a lot of tough ground balls over to Jack Allen yesterday at second base, but he did a great job, Frank. And I thought Jake Gregorio, I was going to call you Jake there, but he's also the guy at shortstop. I think is really the guy who leads this defense, not just in the infield, but he's always barking out orders to the outfield as well. Look out for Jake Gregorio, great at shortstop for the Trumbull.
We've got highlights from Trumbull's semifinal win. Let's take a look right now on Nutmeg Sports. A breaking ball down the left field line, giving chase is Drolly, and this one will drop in and run to the wall. 1 run is scored. Heading to second with a double is Elliott. And Keene striking first as New Hampshire leads 1-0 here in the top of the first. RBI double, as this one is ripped out to right center field. Back is Hoden, and it's past him. It rolls all the way to the wall as Vincent heads for second. Being round towards home is Leonzi and Allen. The cutoff is Bobble. 2 runs will score, and it's a 2 RBI triple. At the plate as he rips one to left field, and that's a base hit and another RBI for the 3rd baseman who has been so hot in this regional tournament. On first and second still. This one's grounded up the middle, and it'll get through for a base hit. They are going to wave home Buddha. The throw to the plate is offline, and it is 4-1 Trumbull. As a grounder to the left side, it skips past the third baseman, Buddha. Susi can trot on in, and the lead now 4-2 after the RBI single by Elliott. 1-1 on the way, and it's grounded towards short. Moving to his left is Grudadori. Flips over to Allen, and Trumbull will march on. They will play tomorrow night in the regional championship. That was how Trumbull earned their spot in the championship game. Kevin, Trumbull is the home team today because they came out of the top half of the bracket, so there'll be no coin flip. That is how it is decided. So you're going to see Hingham at the plate first today. For Sam West, how important are these first two batters specifically before you get to the middle of the order that has been so strong all tournament long from the team from Western Mass?
It's massive. It's make or break in a way because this is a Hingham team that likes to work counts a little bit, but they're not afraid to be aggressive as well. So I'm excited to see what they decide to do this beginning part of the game. Are they going to be aggressive? Are they going to be patient? Make Sam West throw pitches. For Sam West, he just has to throw strikes. Be aggressive on the mound. Make the batters work. Trust his defense in order for them to be successful in that first inning.
They've been one of the better defensive teams out here. When we get back, we look at their opponent and how they earned a spot in the championship game. That's up next on a special Nutmeg Sports from Trumbull High on the HAN Network.
Want a new experience in car buying? No aggravation, no confrontation, just answers to all your questions. Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car buying the way you want it to be. With one of the largest selections of new 2- and 4-door Jeep Wranglers available, we are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Located in Fairfield, Connecticut, we're easy to get to. Just 2.5 miles off the Merritt Parkway, exit 44 via Route 58 South. Save thousands right now at the Summer Clearance event. Going on now through July 31st.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Baystar and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
Now teeing off, Paul Miller from Miller Nissan in Fairfield.
Excuse me, Mr. Miller. What about my new Sentra?
Right now, lease a 2017 Sentra S for only $97 a month.
He is never going to retire.
At Pure Barre Ridgefield, our tried and true method can shape every body and fit any schedule. Pure Barre is a total body workout using the ballet bar to perform small isometric movements which burn fat, sculpt muscles, and create long, lean physiques. Sweat away the day and get lost in the music. Pure Barre Ridgefield, located at 86 Danbury Road. Like us on Facebook at Pure Barre Ridgefield.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN Network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
On the HAN Network at Trumbull High School, Frank Granito with Kevin Coleman getting you ready for this afternoon's New England Regional Championship game here in the Babe Ruth 14U Division. We talked about Trumbull and how they got here. Let's now cover Hingham Hall, Massachusetts. A nail biter for them. They had to scratch and claw, fight through adversity. They're here now, Kevin, and they've got to feel good with Joe Sylvester going at the start today.
They do. I thought he pitched really well coming out of relief yesterday for Hingham Hall, and he's got that interesting delivery. I think some fans and some viewers are going to have to take a little look at that because it's a little interesting. It's a little non-ethical in a way, but he's a great pitcher. He's got good off-speed pitch, but he also works in that high-velocity fastball that I didn't really expect from him. But he's got a good arm. Just a great arm for him. I think defensively, I think you look at Hingham Hall, and as a whole, this is a very strong infield. Almost got us there.
That's strong.
That's very, very close call there. But you look at Jaffe and behind the plate, He threw out that runner yesterday. This is a big field. We mentioned how big of a baseball field this is for these young players, and he nailed him. I mean, it was on the money. That was a high school, college throw there. So Jaffe behind the plate, I think, is key. And, Linehan at third. You got Peters at shortstop tonight. That's going to be interesting because Sylvester is the main shortstop for this team. But I think Peters is going to be strong there. So that left side infield is very strong for Hingham Hall.
Harry Peters got the start in the semifinals. He is ineligible to pitch today for the team from Massachusetts. A lot of double plays in that game yesterday. Defense, obviously a strong point. They've allowed only 12 runs in the tournament. They improved to 5-0 with their win over Pittsfield. Here are the highlights from our second semifinal game on the HAN Network. Is able to double up Lazitz, who was halfway to home. So on the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 to number 47, Matt Lahiff.
Yeah, Mark Banks has had some really nice movement on his pitches so far in this first inning.
As the runner goes, it's a hit and run. They'll be able to get one from third. Now we'll see if they beat the play to the plate. Iorio trying to beat it out, but he is tagged out. Pitch from Peters, grounded towards short, diving to make the play. He goes to first with it. How about the work by Linehan? They came back to him at third, and they doubled him up.
What a defensive play by Hingham.
And again, they swing at the first pitch. This one could find the gap, and it will. Frazier is being wound towards home. He will score easily. They are going to send McDonald to follow, but he is held up. Trying to keep Lazitz Jan, not let him extend the hands, but it won't matter as he opened up and got around on one. Risley scores with ease. Peters takes the big turn. And now looking to get something going here as this one is over the top of Harrington. One run will score. Sylvester is standing on second. Cashman is standing on third. There's another 0-2. That one roped up the middle. Charging is McDonald as Sylvester heads from home. The throw will be not in time. They look to get Linehan at second, but it is bobbled and dropped by Arache, and just like breaking ball poked out to left field, moving to his left, trying to get there, but unable to, was Harrington. Heading for home is Linehan. Standing on second with an RBI double is Lahiff. And in the bottom of on the first pitch. That one's fouled off back to the mound. Sylvester with plenty of time over to first, and Hingham Hall remains unbeaten. It will out to me today, Kevin. Which team plays small ball better? In a championship game like this, you've got to be able to put runners in scoring position. You've got to capitalize on your opportunities. I don't see this being more than a one-run game tonight.
I agree, and I actually liked how Pittsfield played yesterday. They did play a little bit of small ball. You saw them drop down the bunt several times. We haven't seen either team do that so far of what we've seen throughout this coverage of the New England Regional Tournament here in Trumbull. And you're right. I think maybe if it comes down to late in the game, maybe around the 6th or 7th inning, if this game is tied, and you got a runner on first base, you got to drop down that bunt. You have to get that runner in a scoring position. You got to do it no matter what it takes. So yes, I think teams need to think about playing small ball once it gets to the middle to the late part of the game.
We're going to take one more break, Kevin. When we get back, we've got Kevin's X Factors and what are going to be the keys to victory in tonight's championship game on the HAN Network.
Celebrate summer with fresh made-to-order picnic boxes from Walter Stewart's Market. We have delicious summery selections from buttermilk fried chicken to grilled lemon chicken kebab, grilled shrimp Caesar salad wraps, or lobster salad rolls. Our easy-to-carry picnic boxes come with your choice of a meal, as well as a dessert, beverage, and utensils. Order online for simple pickup options. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, and online at stewartsmarket.com.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside.
Registration is now open for our fitness training programs for high school athletes. The InSports Performance Center is offering blast speed classes, athletic functional movement assessments, and both men's and women's elite speed and strength training. Our premier programs help bring athletes to the next level. Call 203-268-1214 for more information. Like and follow us on Facebook.
School's out, the weather is hot, and the fish are biting. Whether you're heading to the beach or out on a boat, stop in at the dock shop before you go to fill your beach bag or tackle box with everything you'll need for fun in the sun. A new beach cover-up, some sunscreen, or just some bait, the dock shop has you covered from either location. 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport. And yes, you heard that right. Bait is now available in Darien and Westport. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport. DockShop.com.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now at the Summer Clearance Event. Going on now through July 31st.
A Better View Window Cleaning Plus has been cleaning glass all over Connecticut for over 20 years. They also specialize in cleaning chandeliers, mirrors, skylights, tiles, and will power wash anything that needs cleaning. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and are fully insured and bonded. When you deal with a Better View, you're dealing with the best, not the rest. Call today for a free estimate, 203-284-8836, or visit them online, abetterviewcleaning.com.
Network. Both teams have taken their infield, outfield warm-ups. Let's meet the starting lineup for tonight's game. We'll start with Western Massachusetts and the visiting Hingham Hall. Lineup, Kevin, an X factor in this lineup for you. Who would it be tonight?
Yeah, it's Luke Linehan batting in the third spot at third base tonight. I thought he pitched well in relief yesterday, but he's got the great bat. I think that's a guy you got to look out for if you're in trouble.
That's going to be a tough spot in the order there, that middle part of the lineup. And, of course, Joe Sylvester on the mound. On the other side for Trumbull, they will go with this lineup in the field. It will be Sam West on the bump. I don't know that he's your X factor, though, Kevin.
It's the guy behind the plate. While Sam West is very important in today's championship game, it's the guy behind the plate, Jackson Vicente. I thought he was great. I think this whole tournament he's been great up at the plate, but he's also been great behind the plate as well. He's calling great games. He's great defensively, making some nice stops with balls in the dirt, but with the bat, I thought he had a great double yesterday that really got things going for Trumbull. He's really been that spark in this lineup for Trumbull throughout the tournament.
2 for 3 yesterday, a double and a 2-run triple in the bottom half of the first. Kev, it's almost time for the first pitch. The players are taking their seats in the dugout. We're going to go assume ours up in the press box. We thank you for tuning in to today's Nutmeg Sports. Kevin and I are back shortly. Make sure you stay around as well. The Babe Ruth Regional Championship is coming up next, only on the HAN Network.